Share with us.
I have a story because that's what I do, and I feel most comfortable when I tell stories. So I'm going to communicate the only way I know how. So I spent the day at the hospital with my partner, Juanito. He's okay. He passed a stone. He's in a lot of pain, but he's okay. Love you, baby. He's in the back trying to sleep. So that all being said, I wrote up a letter thinking I was not going to be here tonight, and then I said, I got back, I still haven't slept. I last slept in New York City on Thursday night. So I literally was up all night, like taking care of him, and I still haven't slept. So I'm on 48 hours, like wailing right now. So I'm doing all of this, and I wrote it all out, and I was gonna just read it to you and make it easier, and then I realized that that is my comfort zone, which is what I need to talk about. So I had a really crappy first 20 years of my life, and I don't want to get into it because that will contaminate this energy that we have here. So what I did was first of all, with my multiple personality, I wasn't going to say anything, but then I realized I could be up here and switch in the middle of all of this. And suddenly, I could talk with a Scottish brogue. One of my peoples is a man, aren't I lucky? And another one stutters. So you might watch me switch. I don't know, but I needed to get out of my comfort zone. So after the abuse, I ended up turning into a 20-year shut-in and literally lived inside a bedroom for 20 years. I was a muggle, it was hell. And I reached a breaking point in 2015 when I got a little sliver of truth. And I looked at my children and realized they had all grown 6 inches, and I had no idea because I was somebody else. So I got help, I went into therapy for 7 years. It's been a very difficult road. And I realized that comfort zone looks like it's a great place to be because we crave comfort, we crave familiarity, and that's how a lot of us deal with our traumas. It's how a lot of us deal with the stuff that we have to confront every day. So we seek out comfort in our comfort zone. And what I learned after living in mine for 20 years, that the comfort zone is really a poison wasteland disguised as utopia. I cannot make that clear enough. And the thing that I feared the most, which was being uncomfortable, required that I get out, that I socialize, that I talk to people, that I participate. It was very difficult to overcome. And after 7 years of intensive therapy, I started to socialize again. And I made it to New York City, and I absolutely embraced. It was like I was trying to make up for the 20 years that I lost not socializing. So when I say comfort zone, I realized every day, I'm like, what can push me out of my comfort zone today? And I saw this email come through from Shay, and I went, that's it, that'll get me out of my comfort zone, stage. I haven't been on stage in over 20 years. I was 19, and it was actually going to be, my dream job was being an actress, and I never did it because of my trauma. So I'm like, the stage will bring me back. So I signed up, I was excited, I had the adrenaline and the rush, and then I went, well, what the heck am I going to talk about? And I festered for a week on what I was going to talk about, and I realized story is what I do best. Improv is what I do best because that's where the comfort zone ends. I can easily read what I've written off my phone, but that's back to the comfort zone. So this is about me pushing myself, and hopefully when I'm done here, you guys will have a little bit of seed of hope. Stories are hope seeds. The reason why we tell story, the reason why we gravitate to it so much like we do in all media, books, radio, song, movie, television, stage, is because when you listen to a story, you walk away with hope. So stories to me are hope seeds. And this is mine. I want everyone please to take 3 deep breaths. It's meditation. Go ahead and start. But when you meditate, people think it's all about what your mind is doing, and that's not true. I meditated for 7 years, and this is how I got out of my head. It is about the breath, not what you're thinking. It does not matter. You can think about anything. It's about the breath. So focus on breathing in and taking on all of the energy. We are all sitting in an energy pool. You cannot be around burners or I feel without feeling that energy pool. And when you inhale, you are taking in all of that good energy and you are recycling it through your body. And you are dumping it right back into the energy pool, renewed and refreshed. And I can see it. So many of you can feel it. It's what we're doing when we're hugging is we are just cycling that energy back through us over and over again. And after all the crap I've been through, one thing I have learned more than anything is how precious the energy pool is, and to not contaminate it. Not contaminate it with foul language or with rumors or gossiping or hate words. Every time we speak, we're dumping into that energy pool. And every time we take a few deep breaths, we are pulling that positive energy out of the energy pool and converting it to healthier energy, which is why breathing in meditation works so effectively. But when people sit down to meditate, they focus instead on where my brain's going to be, what am I thinking? Brains do weird things. Trust me, I know. They go all over the place. So it's not about what you're thinking, it's instead what you're just taking in. And if you just focus on that energy and you cycle it through, and when you hug somebody, when you speak well to somebody, and when you say you are accepted, you are loved, you are wanted, you are dumping so much good energy into that energy pool, and it heals people. I cannot tell you enough from experience how much it heals people. So that is officially me out of my comfort zone. Yay. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you, thank you. That's bravery, and it's beautiful to see you. I see you. Thank you so much for coming out.